Hey everyone, welcome to today's episode of the Total Takeover Hangout. I'm Andrew Morgan, and our panelists, of course, are Joan, and our host is Carl. And we're going to have a great day today. I'm back. You can hear the echo in the room. It's a large office. I like my new large office. I have to hang some stuff in here to get rid of that echo. A little bit of things are going to go on in between now and the end of the week, or the end of next week, to make things a little better for you, the viewer. Today, I'm not sure what the topic is. I think it has to do with solo ads and such. I didn't really get to read it. I'm running a day late and a dollar short these days because of our move. But you know what? Welcome me back. Welcome you back, and let's get going. Over to you, Carl.
Great, thanks, Andrew. And it is the power of Safelists and Solo Ads and much more. We're going to cover a lot of stuff today. You all know what happened in the last little while where my videos unfortunately got shut down, and I had to do a rebuild of my 90-day plan site. So that came as a blessing, really, because it allowed me to turn around and recreate and remodel the way that the daily action plan is laid out. And so far, I've had some really good feedback on it. But some of the bigger and better things that are going to happen is that there's going to be a lot of training module content added to it. And a lot of that's going to come from right here, okay? We're going to be providing value, a lot more value on these Hangouts than we ever did before. I mean, we're taking kind of a 90-degree turn on the Hangouts. And like I said, what happened here in the last couple of days has really changed the way I'm thinking about building the Total Takeover business and helping others build whatever other businesses they have on top of Total Takeover. And being able to, learn how to create your hub through the training modules that you're going to have access to. You're going to have access to all kinds of resources, because basically the Daily Action Plan site is all about providing valuable resources such as Safelists and Solo Ads, and giving ad copy to put there, and access to how to do classified ads, and training on social media and all kinds of stuff. That's what this is all about, okay? But there's going to be some stipulations. I'll have to be honest with you with that. We're going to try and make it as easy as possible to get access to all of this, outside of these Hangouts. But again, we have to make sure that the access is restricted to those that are actually paid members within Total Takeover or some of the other resources that I'll provide, at least for my system. Okay, you'll have access to kind of trainings like Andrew does. Okay, some of the ones like Rob Gehring does, and Janet Legere, and Matthew Graves, and an abundant amount of resources that are within my own team here. Now, I'm not saying you've got to join my team. So let's get this off the chart here. You don't have to join Total Takeover with me or anybody else if you're already in it. Okay, this is open to Total Takeover members. Okay, all you'll have to do is provide basically sponsor and ID information to verify that you're a paid member to get access to this. Those that aren't, okay, again, we have to make sure that we follow ethical guidelines and everything on things. And I'm not going to get into all of that kind of stuff. The whole idea is that we start providing the actual training and resources that the people of Total Takeover and anywhere else need, okay? I'm not saying we're going to have the best thing, but you know what? We are building a massive archive of information and training, not just from what Total Takeover has, but what our leadership has. And we're here to share this kind of information with those members of Total Takeover. So, if you're listening right now and you're not a member of Total Takeover and somebody sent you to this, your best bet to do is to get back with them and get registered so you can get access to this kind of information, okay? There's going to be all kinds of resources. There's going to be some resources that are free. There's going to be some that are paid. But let's face it, you know, there's that line out there that everybody has to understand. It takes money to make money. Okay, I invest in my future pretty much every day. I go out and I buy solo ads. I go out and I buy traffic. I go out and I buy all kinds of stuff using different resources like Fiverr and a lot of solo ad and safe lists and that sort of thing. We're going to get into that here on the call. But, you know, I just want to kind of give you a whole overall view of what we're trying to put together here, what you can expect from these kind of hangouts in the future, because we're going to go through and we're going to actually do some trainings. Okay, today not so much, but we are going to be carrying over this same topic tomorrow because this is a two-part topic. We're going to have some of the safe list specialists on tomorrow. They couldn't make it today, so we're just going to go over a few things today, and this will carry over to tomorrow. So part 2 of this will be tomorrow. So before we get into a whole lot of stuff here, I'm going to go across and talk to Joan and to Andrew and get their feedback on what they do with solo ads, with safe lists, what kind of responses they've had, you know, this kind of thing. Okay, so guys, give me some feedback that you've been, you know, with some of the safe lists you've been using or the solo ads that you're using. You know, whether you haven't had great results or whether you've had fantastic results. You know, we need to get that out in the air and know where to go. And Andrew, when we get over to you, make sure we get, if you've got the panel open for people to call in, make sure that we get them that opportunity to do that. Okay. So Joan, let's go over to you and let's just kind of go and give us your kind of feedback on that, and then we're going to get to Andrew.
Well, this is something in the 25 years of network marketing that I've really never did before. I used the one-on-one, talking to people individually and going out and knocking on doors, having hotel meetings and in homes and what have you, but never got involved in the online aspect of marketing. And I have to say that at first, it was a real learning curve, as Carl can tell you. It was difficult because it was a new concept. It was something I had never done before. And when I started doing, and I'm still having a little bit of a problem with that, and Carl's going to help me figure that out, but what I found was when I got into safe lists and things like this, all of a sudden I was getting umpteen emails into my email box, and it was just coming in like a flood. And that sort of disturbed me, and the reason it did is because I had my personals mixed in with my stuff coming into my business, and I just found it overwhelming. But what I have to say, and this is something I feel is very important, it doesn't matter what you're learning. If you're learning a new concept, or you're going to university and you're taking a special course, or you're going into the trades, when you first go into that place of employment or into that area where you have even spent maybe years learning about it, like for example being a doctor, how nervous do you think the doctor is when he first puts a knife to somebody for the very first time? How nervous do you think a mechanic is when he works on his friend's car for the very first time? Anything that we do is a learning curve, and it takes time to develop into a professional. And you have to ask yourself, are you willing to give it that time? You just can't say, oh, well, I'm going to do safe lists and sign into a safe list and never do anything with it. You need to be daily, every day, posting and responding to people that come into your system and talking with them and getting them to feel comfortable, understand what it is they want and how you can deliver that to them. This is really, really important. If you have a safe list and you've got hundreds of people coming into your safe list and you never ever connect with them to find out why they joined your safe list and what they're looking for, you might as well just flush your whole list down the toilet. It's just useless. It's redundant. It won't do anything for you. And this is what a lot of marketers do. They join all these safe lists, and after being in them for 3 or 4 months, they say they don't work. It's not the safe list that isn't working, it's you that's not working. You have to do your due diligence. And this is something that sometimes it's going to take a little bit of time, like it has for me. But I have to tell you something. I'm so glad that Carl's site went down in YouTube. That's a terrible thing to say, but I'm saying it because he put up a new 90-day game plan, and he simplified it. He made it a lot more user-friendly, and for the first time, the blinders have come off my eyes, and I understand things so much better than I did before. So kudos to you, Carl. You did an amazing job putting that together, and everybody that's doing Safelists and Solo Ads, you've got an amazing platform to work from, and it's something that you really need to seriously get involved in on a regular basis to make this work for you.
Thanks, Joan, and thanks for wishing. You know what? You're not the only one. I've had so many people say, you know, I'm so glad that went down. It should have gone down a long time ago. And it's like, well, thanks a lot. But, you know, it was a blessing. You know, I have to say that it allowed me to rethink a lot of things and redesign it to make it that much more user-friendly. It gave me more ideas to put into play to help people using a more generic system. So it can be built and used for a total takeover. And by the way, you know, those of you that do decide that you want to use the 90-day plan, it has both a generic system and it has both a total takeover system. So I've got one built for both. Okay. So let's go over to Andrew. You know, or hang on a sec. One more thing. You know, as we're talking about, you know, Joan, you mentioned about, you know, joining the Safelists and everything. There's going to be additional information you're going to find, of course, on the action plan that's going to allow you to just do posts and go out to massive lists. And these are called mailers. And you're going to have access to a lot of these kind of things. We're putting in some of the best mailers that are working, that the top people like Janet Legere and Rob Gehring and Matthew Graves and that are using out on the system, even some that they've even developed that are going out that are making massive. And I have to say this, you know, I've been watching a lot of my team, mostly from Janet Legere's team, who's in my downline, and some of the people using these systems that I'll be sharing with you on the 90-day plan and we'll be talking about over the next couple of days here. One particular one, I'm gonna mention her name. I hope she doesn't get mad at me, but Bonnie Waters. You know, she made a post yesterday, and this happened I think 2 days ago, that she created 31 opt-ins to Total Takeover in 24 hours. 2 or 3 of those, I believe, came test drivers, and 1 became a life changer. Okay? So if I read that correctly, hopefully I did. But I know the 31 is true. She's had some pre-enrollers and test drivers come in out of that 31 in a 24-hour period using the simple system that Janet has designed for her team through the contact list builder system. Now, this is not an endorsement. Well, I guess it kind of is. But it's not something I'm trying to sell anybody on. I'm trying to tell you that sometimes you need systems to create the growth for your business. I mean, if you're struggling out there and you're not even getting 1 person a week to opt in, then it's time to start thinking and opening up the eyes and the brain about thinking about, you know what, maybe we need to start looking outside the box. And again, you know, when I talk about, you know, Andrew's system, when I talk about Janet's system or Rob's system or Matthew's system, these are people that are in my downline that I access to. I'm not necessarily access to anybody outside my downline. Understand that. But I have some people that are severe list builders in my downline, and they have incredible systems. And it's a matter of locking into these systems and creating the leads for your business. Okay? We're talking about utilizing a third-party service to build your business. Okay? Now, you can think I'm selling you on something else or not. That's totally up to you. I'm telling you that I even go outside and I outsource. I use things like Contact List Builder and Rob Gehring's traffic system and Matthew Graves' traffic system. I use these to build leads for my business and my other businesses, okay? Not just this one. I got 4 other businesses, okay? But it doesn't take me all day to market these because I simplified things by going out and outsourcing resources. Okay, let's go over to Andrew now. Andrew, let's get your take on the Safelists and Solo Ads. Let me know if we can have people phoning in and that sort of thing, and let's give out the info. Over to you, Ben.
Okay, I want to kind of clear up a misnomer that I know everything about Safelists and Solo Ads and what have you. Where I come to the table as an old school marketer, face to face and on the telephone, and I carry that with me. My value to you is mindset and emotion and passion, and Carl, you talk about cleaning out, cleansing. My largest value to you as a total takeover member is the modeling of stick-to-itiveness and commitment and quality decision and precepts and concepts and principles. Things like overcoming fear, how to identify a belief system and change or tweak that belief system psychologically. Those are the values that I bring. Val talks about the motivational speakers out there. There's a lot of motivational speakers out there that do the rah-rah, get you all pumped up. A week later, you're flat again, and there's really no substance to it. But what I do is provide value in the form of motivation connected to where to get the information that you need in order to do what you need to do, staying motivated doing it, and then how to keep your skin in the game instead of giving up whenever things get tough. I bring truth. You know, I'm here to let you know things are going to get tough. Now, what do you want us to do? How do you want me to treat you whenever your initial excitement that keeps you up for 3 days, having seen the pay plan, is gone? What do you want me to do? Do you want me to lie to you and let you go by the wayside, or do you want me to tell you the truth and help you involve yourself in the hard breaks that it takes in order to be a long-term professional in this industry? So that just to let you know, that's who I am. I'm a person who makes quality decisions, and I stick to it no matter what. It's the no matter what part that a lot of people do not get in marketing and success in their jobs, in recovery. Alcoholics out there, you know, that they take one drink and it creates a craving that's not satiable. They can't satisfy the craving, and they don't get the no matter what part. You don't take the first drink no matter what. It doesn't matter how bad you feel, or how bad the circumstances is, or who died next to you, or who cheated on you, or whatever the excuses are. You know, there's always an excuse to not do what we're supposed to do, or to do what we're not supposed to do. So my excuse is I have a lot of things that I like to do and I'm already doing, and I haven't gone and nailed down Safelists. You know, I did Safelists a long time. When I was first exposed to Safelists, I ended up with an email inbox full of email that I couldn't read all of it, and it hid what I was trying to look for. So I kind of had a bad taste about Safelists a long time ago. So what I learned to do is to create another email address. You know I run into a lot of people on the internet that think once they have an email address, that's the only email address they can have. No, you can have lots of email addresses. I have lots of them, and I'll create an email address for a specific Safelist, or I have one that's like Herculist at Andrew Morgan and my extension. Okay, and that's the email address that I go and sign up with. I don't sign up to something until I have an email address specifically for that. That way, if I get spammed or whatever, it's to that one email address, and all I have to do is kill it. And then if I'm signing up to a Safelist, I can expect a lot of email. That's not spam. I've requested it, but sometimes in a Safelist, it's a huge amount of email. You know, it's like 8 or 10 a day, and so whenever I have a dedicated email address for that particular Safelist, it allows me to participate, but I don't have to check my email all the time. And then there are people that are doing the same thing on the Safelist, so a marketing message may not get to everybody on the safe list just because they're on the safe list. But there's a lot of people that are new to the industry that we're targeting that we want to help make money, and they read these things, so they get your marketing message. So that's basically it, as far as safe list goes. Now I will say this: anytime you create an ad, I don't care where you put it on radio, TV, safe list, Facebook, Hercules, LinkedIn. No matter where you put an ad, it needs to have 4 basic elements. Marketing success has everything to do with mass exposure. So, you can get mass exposure by practicing using all these places that Carl introduces you to. So I'm here to tell you that you can make it in Total Takeover, and you can build any business that you want to build using the information that's taught here because of the integrity of the people that are involved and their success. Like Carl. Carl has put together a dynamic set of tools that you can use to get mass exposure. Now, creating your ad, there are some example ads. Carl has some example text ads. You can copy those, you can rewrite them, but there's elements of an ad. If you understand those 4 elements, and I'll give them to you right here. This is for free. This is worth thousands of dollars, okay? So you might want to get a pen and paper out. There's 4 basic elements to a successful, effective ad. The first one is identify a problem. Okay? The second one is exasperate the problem. The third element is offer a solution. And the fourth element is call to action. Problem, exasperate the problem. Solution, call to action. This is actually a spin-off of the Hegelian dialectic. That's a social engineering or social manipulation psychological system developed by governmental scientists. And they are hard at work on the planet changing society into what they want by using the Hegelian dialectic: problem, reaction, solution. So here's another way to say it. You find a sore. You poke the sore or rub salt in it. You offer saline solution to flush the sore and a bandage and salve to put on it, and then you show and say, here, click right here and buy the saline solution, the salve, and the bandage to put on the sore. Those are the 4 basic elements of a successful ad. Now, it doesn't matter if you're using Safelists, Facebook, solo ads, whatever. Whenever you have those elements incorporated in your ad, then it doesn't matter really how well you word it. It doesn't really matter how good the photos are that you have connected to it. It doesn't really matter how good your product is, as long as you have mass exposure. Okay? So the larger the mass exposure, the more success you have. The better your photos, the better the wording, the better the product, the better results you get. But you can get results with the worst of products, the worst of systems, and the worst wording, as long as those elements are there. Persistence and consistency is what Carl brings out using these places. He talks about showing up persistently and consistently in certain little time frames during the day and get into a habit of being able to do what you need to do, and you don't have to sit there and think about it and spend all day wondering. You learn one thing and you plug that into a time slot in the morning. 10 minutes. You go here, you log in, you make your post, and you log out. It may be the same post you made day before yesterday, and you may make, have 4 ads that you circulate through. Okay, you make this one on Monday, this one on Tuesday, this one on Wednesday, this one on Thursday, or whatever, and then you log in every day during that little 4, 5, 10-minute time slot and do that particular thing. Then you log into the next, and then an hour and a half you do all of your posting for the day. The rest of your day is freed up. That's what Carl's teaching, and it's brilliant. It works. I see it works because Carl's doing it. So here's what I'm teaching. I'm pointing to Carl. The people that make the largest money in network marketing are the ones that are standing against the wall. You don't even know that they're big in network marketing, and whenever you talk to them and ask them a question, they don't give you the answer out of their mouth. They point to where the answer is. I'm pointing to Carl. The answer of what to do to have marketing success in getting mass exposure with your Total Takeover or whatever other business is using the package that Carl has set up, as well as the things that are in the back office at Total Takeover. Those things are from Dave, Wallace, and Val, and they work. The mindsets that are there, they work. They're tried and true. This isn't a brand new thing that's put together. It's just a brand new venue, that's all. And it's a brand new system, brand new pay plan. So It sounds like I'm going on and on and on. But I'm not. I'm bringing out new information here to let you know that my biggest part for you is encouragement. I am an encourager, and I want to encourage you to go to Carl's 90-day plan and decipher it. Don't look at me and what I'm doing or not doing, because I'm spending my time tinkering on my truck and logging in and providing a call-in way for Total Takeover. So my success or your sponsor's success or your success has nothing to do with the new person coming aboard. If somebody asks you, well, how much money do you make? Is it working for you? That's not a fair question for a prospect to ask, because they're gauging their success on who invited them to a system rather than going to where the information is. And instead of answering their question, just point to where the information is. It works. Don't look at me. Look at Carl. Look at Val. Look at Dave. Look at Total Takeover. Go there and get your information. So that's all I have in a nutshell, Carl. Big nutshell, huh?
Oh, yeah, man. And you know what? That was great. And it, again, just to reiterate, it's not just me, but I really appreciate the kudos. It's what we're all bringing to the table. We're just providing an additional source of information and training and that on top of what Total Takeover has. Now, I was on a call with Dave and Wallace the other night, and we were talking about this. And they're able to track the amount of people and even down to who they are, who's actually going in and clicking on the little yellow tab that says training in the back office. And the sad part is that that percentage is very, very low. And yet that information in the back there is a difference between you making nothing and you making $5,000 plus a month. Okay? I've been there. I've looked at the training. The training is very good. My training is very similar to that. I have a little different take on the way that it's done. So you've got one way that it's done in the back office, which works because I know guys using that particular training, okay? And then I have my version, which is very similar to it. I just take a kind of a different route. So now you got two different routes to the same type of training. I mean, to even get training like that, period, on the internet for the price that you pay to get in Total Takeover is crazy. Because there's guys out there that sell that stuff. I can tell you right now there's probably 5 different businesses on the internet that for you to get that information, it's $500 plus, okay, to get that information, okay? And almost the same information, but in different venues out there, you're going to pay $500 to $1,000. One of those sites has that similar training in it, okay, for $1,000 one-time fee. You got to pay for that. So, you boil it down, that's what you get for a year. If you stayed in this for 12 months, you're still paying less than what you would pay over at that company for $1,000. Okay? And in the meantime, you're going to be making some massive money if you just take the action. So this is what this whole thing is all about, everyone. Okay? Last week, we kind of got, I guess maybe even in the last couple of weeks on the Hangouts here, me especially, I got a little bit too ranty on here. And you know what? I'm not going to apologize for that, but, I understand the concerns that some of the people have. The way that I train, like I said, I'm a pretty aggressive guy. And the way that I train, I try not to be combatant about it, but sometimes I need to be. Okay? Andrew's holding up a book there. What book is that? Laws of Leadership. Okay? There you go. So John Maxwell. So,
I don't care who you are or how long you've been marketing, this is the book to read.
Yep, well that's just it, and again you've got guys like Larry Winget who will say the same thing, and Todd Falcone, and all the other big names that we've got in our back office and soon to be in that back office, they'll all preach the same thing. You've got Dragon's Den, and you've got Shark Tank on TV with these millionaires and billionaires there who just tell it like it is. Sometimes you don't like to hear that. Sometimes the people standing in front of them go out in tears, okay? But it's because you need to be harsh, you need to be strong. And in order to survive in the Shark Tank, you kind of got to have a shark attitude, okay? I'm not saying you have to be mean and crude and stuff like that, But you know, you have to be forthright in what you're doing. You need to be able to take control and understand that this is what you need to do. So this whole thing that we're doing now, this whole change that's going to be happening, especially here on the Hangouts, we're going to be focusing a lot more on module training, okay? Because I think that's something that needs to be incorporated into here. You know, the training may only be 10, 15, 20 minutes out of the hour or so that we're on here, but I believe it's something that needs to be done. And we're going to be starting this tomorrow, okay? I'm going to share my screen here in a moment and just share with you a few things about the 90-day plan that I put together and some of the stuff that you can expect to see. I've got lots of modules still to be added to their step-by-step video and text and picture training and stuff like that. That's going to make you a master at doing all the stuff that we can do today. I'm just going to break it down into exactly step by step on what I do every day to create these sales I do and what everybody else does to create the sales and the list that we're building. Okay? This is what everybody's asking for. Two things. They're asking for traffic and they're asking for leads. Okay? And pretty much those are the only two things you need in business to survive. Okay? But you got to have them. So this is what you're going to start seeing down the road through me from here, like some modular training in here on different things. And we want the feedback from the people. Okay? Andrew, I forgot to ask, is our panel open? Can they phone in?
The phone-in lines are open. And
okay, can you give up the number, please?
If you'd like to phone in, you can find that information at ttoradio.info, ttoradio.info. If you have a pen and paper handy, I'll give you the number here. The number to call is 712-775-7035. The access code is 213-884 and then the pound sign. 213-884 and then the pound sign. And then you press *6 to raise your hand. We'll bring you on live.
Carl, can I just say something? Okay, I just want to say that when you go into the training that Carl is providing, the 90-day game plan, you'll see different programs like Safelists, Solo Ads, and what have you that you can sign up for to be able to start getting leads and start getting your list built. Now, a lot of people will say, look, I'm paying for TTO. I don't want any more expense. Well, you know, my dad was a builder. He was a contractor. Do you think he pocketed all the money he made? Absolutely not. He had to pay subcontractors because you couldn't just get some Joe off the street to do plumbing for your home. You couldn't just get somebody to come in that knew electricity to wire your home or to lay your hardwood floors or to put in your plumbing. All of these things had to be done by certified contractors in order for you to get approval for draws for your home through CMHC or whatever other company that you were dealing with. Okay, what did my dad have to do? He had to pay out of pocket to these contractors in order to get the house completed, in order to make the money that he was going to make out of the price of a home that was sold. It's no different in any business. A doctor has to pay his if he's has an office, he has to pay his staff, his nursing staff. He has to send things away. He's got like blood samples and what have you. Those all have to be paid for. Nothing is free after you decide to do a business. It's the same in TTO. You need these different programs in order to enable yourself to move forward in your business. They're not expensive, but you need to be involved in them because this is what's going to help you move your business forward. If you just enroll in a company and you sit there and wait for things to happen, you're going to be sitting there all your life. It just does not happen that way. And time is money. So maybe you did go out before and a lot of footwork, holding home parties, blah, blah, blah. When you had a hotel meeting, you had to pay for the hotel. You had to pay for other things. Nothing comes free in this world. The most important thing is to be able to direct your blows in a way that's going to be most efficient and effective for you. That's why Carl has put this 90-day game plan together. So you're not wasting time, you're not spinning your wheels, but you're getting exactly what you need to be able to move you forward in your business.
Okay, well, you know, I need to jump in here a little bit because I don't want people thinking they got to buy a lot of stuff. All my stuff on there is free, okay? As long as you're a member. Let me just get this, because I don't want people coming out and thinking that I'm trying to promote myself, because that's not what I'm trying to do. I need to, and I appreciate that, Joan, but I need to put this in here because you did mention you got to buy stuff. Look, I will always have third-party resources on the site, same ones that I had to buy. That, you know, if you want to take your business to a different level, they're going to be there. It's not that you have to buy them; they're there if you want to. And again, the back office of TTO, there's tons of training there, you know, that's all free. That's all part of what you paid for. So you just need to just utilize it and follow it. Because I promise you, if you do, you're going to make money, okay? The TTO training is fantastic. That's back there. They're adding more and more stuff. There's a lot more coming. You know, like I said, I was talking to David Wallace. There's a lot more coming in the back office yet for training. I'm personally doing walkthrough training, and all the stuff that I'm doing is free, okay? But my stipulation is you have to be a member of one of the businesses that I'm involved in. Now, Total Takeover, you have to be a member of Total Takeover. Not necessarily in my business, but you have to be a member of it, okay? Because I'm not here to cross-recruit anybody. I don't do that. I'm an ethical marketer, okay? I don't do that crap, okay? I'm here to share with you, you know, the resources that I'm using to help my team make sales. And the resources that my team, because I have very, very big resources in my team. You know, some of the best list builders in the world are in my downline. And I just want you guys to have access to the systems that they're using to build Total Takeover. Whether you want to use them or not, totally up to you. Okay? I'm not forcing anybody to do anything. I just provide resources. You decide as a business person whether it's worthwhile for you to invest in modules or tools to build your business. Okay? I can only provide them.
That was my point, Carl.
Yeah, we just have to make sure, because this is a Total Takeover thing. I don't want people thinking that I'm here trying to sell my stuff. That's not what I'm trying to do.
No, that's why I said.
I'm trying to provide value to everybody, you know. And again, when you're selling Total Takeover, wherever you are in Total Takeover, in my downline, outside of my downline, or anything, you can use my 90-day plan as an incentive to give away. Okay? It's that simple.
Yep.
Okay?
And if you're already associated with a traffic exchange, you can use that. But my point was that as a business, there are going to be tools you need, and some of these you're going to have to pay for. Simple as that.
Yeah, and you know what? That's normal. You know, even in some of the resources like Janet Legere's and Rob Gehrings and Matthew Graves and all the others that I have in there, you know what? They may charge a monthly fee for these things. Okay? As a matter of fact, I know they do. But their system is designed, it's like a mailer system. So you put in your ad, whatever it's there, and it shoots out to massive databases of responsive people that get back. That's why these people are doing 10, 20, 30 people, 30 signups a day into Total Takeover. Who the hell wouldn't want that? Okay? Because I hear it all the time. I'm reading it all the time. I can't find anybody. So I decided when this whole crap came down on me in the last few days that I'm going to redesign my 90-day daily action plan and have that so that they have access to these resources. And these are the people that need to be on this panel, and they'll be on here. Rob will be on here tomorrow. I'm not sure if Janet will or whatever, but these people will be on here to talk about what they do. Like Rob Gehring, you know, with his particular thing, and I'm going to just share my screen right now, because this is important, guys. You know, I need for you all to understand. Let me know if you can see. This is my 90-day action plan. You guys see this? Is it up on the screen?
Yes, we see it, Carl.
Okay, good. Okay, so, we've got the daily action plan. Now, this is a generic system that I've built, okay? So anybody with any business can actually build this. And then, of course, I've got the daily action plan specific for Total Takeover, okay? So we're going to go into the Total Takeover business here, okay? A lot of you may have seen this thing. You know what it is. I go through everything. I walk through the back office and the whole thing. So now, getting connected with all the company resources. I show you how to get connected with the Hangouts, the webinars, all that kind of stuff, where you find all this stuff, creating your own advertising budget. We're just going to go into the daily action plan, okay? Because I want to take you in here because we're talking about solo ads. So I'm going to take you over to the solo ad area where I provide all kinds of resources. And this is actually being updated now. I haven't got it live here because I'm still updating it. But here I got a video. I take you through how to put a hook list in there. And guess what, guys? I even provide you with ad copy, okay? So you've got all kinds of ad copy that's here, okay, that I've pre-done. Now, again, you can take some of this stuff. I give you what you respond to people with and all kinds of stuff, all pre-written for you, okay? You can modify that any way you want, okay? So now I've also got resources here, okay? And one of the resources I haven't added on here is the one that's Rob's, and I want to talk about that because it's really important that we have that. I think I got to find out where I have that now. Just give me a sec to find that, because I just rebuilt this thing and I haven't added some of the stuff to the places I want them added to yet. So I think it's. I'm not sure if it's here. I want a different computer, guys. That's why I don't have all the sites handy for me here right now. No, not here. Just give me a sec. I'll find it. It's probably. Is it right here? No. Man, I hate that when I don't have this stuff all lined up for me.
We're patient, Carl. You're good.
Yeah, just give me a sec. I'll find it. You know what? Again, I'm still making everything organized in there. Look, I even got my social media formula for Facebook on here. Okay. I also have viral URL where you can go and I do a video and I show you exactly, how you can go and find the different headlines and subject lines and ad copy that you can steal from other people, theoretically steal, you know what I mean? Like you borrow from them, modify it to your own business and send it out. These are ones that are made from professional ad copywriters, okay? So, I can't remember where I put that thing of Rob's. Now I got to find it. I'll have it for tomorrow. Anyways, Rob's traffic program, he actually he's got a 7-step solution as to how to market all of this stuff. And, you're going to, it might be here. Is it here? No, that's not it. Okay. Anyways, he's got a 7-step plan where he walks you through on how you need to start building your list, creating splash pages. He gives you content, shows you how to do that, everything that's there. And you can actually literally create your whole TTO marketing system right there and get into his Safelists system because he's got a huge mailer that goes out to a massive mailing list. It's very responsive. I mean, if you go and look, let's just, I don't think I can get it here, but let's just see. Maybe I can get into the back office here. And I'm just going to log into my back office here, and I'm going to go to the leaderboard, okay? I need to show you guys this because the leaderboard is packed full of people in my downline. Look at Janet Legere, number 3, okay? She's in my downline. And if anybody ever thinks this is a pyramid, well, that's kind of impossible, don't you think? Because here I am at number 10, and Janet's at number 3, okay? Okay, then we've got Vadim Targets. He's my Russian guy, Okay, he's at number 15. Matthew Graves, right here. Okay, we have, and then we've got down a little bit. We have Rob. I just got to find him. Where's Rob? Can you guys see him on here? Not down far enough. There he is, Rob. He's at number 59. He's coming up the charts now. Okay, I mean, we're talking about people in the top 60 of the leaderboard. Look at Tracy Jameson, my sponsor, right here. You know, we're going nuts on this because we're all using these kind of systems that these guys are using. We're cranking it in. You know, I mean, my goal is I want to have all my people in the top 25. And you know what? We're going to do it using the system and the resources that we have. And anybody out there can do this. It all depends on what they want to do. Okay? Now, you know, I want to make sure that from now on all of these Hangouts, that we're providing value. We're not going to chastise anybody anymore. I know we did a lot of that kind of stuff and probably upset a lot of people, and you know, that's kind of what happened to me in the last couple of days. Someone just got really pissed at me and decided to take action against me, I guess, right? So you're not going to see this kind of stuff happening anymore on here, okay? We're not going to be telling you what you should be doing. We're just going to be, or you know that you're lazy or anything like this. I mean, that's not right. We can't be doing that. What we want to do is we want to be able to start providing some serious value to you for your money. Okay, you're paying $89.95 a month to be in here. Okay, some of you may not be making that yet. Some of you may be only making, I don't know, a few dollars because you got a few people that fell into your matrix. The other thing that we're going to be changing your focus on is to stop focusing on the matrix and start focusing where the real money is, on the actual referrals. Because, you know, I mentioned this a long time ago that being in the matrix, you're getting paid $1 a person that are going down there. And unfortunately, in my personal opinion, you know, and I've said this to Dave and Val and Wallace, that we focus, even in our hangout or our webinars, we focus way too much on the matrix. That's not where the money is. Everybody thinks the matrix is where the money is. That's not where the money is. That's pocket change for everybody. And literally, you can have a full matrix here in about 6-7 months, and that's your pocket change. Because you'll be raking in 10, 20, 30, 40,000 a month in this program because you're focusing on the right place. And that's why I have designed this daily action plan to get you focusing on the right things, not the wrong things. Okay? I was guilty of doing the same thing myself. Okay? And we just don't want to be focusing on the wrong place in this business. There is so much money to be made in Total Takeover with the products that we have. Okay? And again, I want to talk about that. I know we're kind of getting off topic here from the Safelists and that, but you know what? We're going to carry this over to tomorrow anyways when we have some of the Safelist people on here. But you know, now that I've kind of gone off grid to a different topic, I want to talk about this too. Okay? You know, we have a lot of people in this program that are struggling, and some of them are getting highly frustrated with results that they're not getting. And you know what? If you're one of those and you're listening right now, I would love for you to call in and let us know where it is that you're having problems with. And let us help you on here. Let us bring out that and do a hangout focusing on the issue that you're having. Okay? Now, let me make this very clear. I want these issues on marketing, the troubles you're having in marketing. I don't want to be talking about the troubles you're having in your back office or whatever it is. I don't want any of that kind of crap. Okay? I want to talk about you and how to make you money, okay, by the end of next month. We're almost at the end of this month here. So I want to get people in this company making paychecks by the end of April. There's no reason why anybody in here shouldn't be doing that. So here's the thing that's happened, and we all know this. You know, even us, some leaders, we dropped the ball. Somehow we dropped the ball, okay? So we need to make sure that we start utilizing these hangouts to get you people focused and making money, because that's why you're here. You know, it'd be a shame, and it is a shame for a lot of people that left this program frustrated. And I understand that. The communication all around could have been a whole lot better everywhere. So let's make today that change. Okay? We need to make that change today for everyone. I have expressed everything that I could possibly express to the ownership of this company, and they get it. And when I said that we need to be getting more emails, well, more emails started to come out. I do talk to these guys. They do listen. Okay? So, you know what? And I want to talk to you out there. All of us on this panel here, we all want to see everybody's success. We want to see ourselves succeed. We want to see you succeed in here. So the only way we can help you is when you start interacting with us. Okay? And don't be scared, call in. And if you don't want to give us your name, then don't give us your name if you're scared. Okay? But call in and let us know what is giving you issues. And we'll do hangouts on this. And we'll work directly on those issues. This is what this is all about. These are training hangouts. Okay? We're here to provide all kinds of value of whatever we possibly can. So, Andrew, can you give out the number again and that information, please?
I can, and also on ttoradio.info, if you scroll all the way down, there's a form there that you can send us your concerns and your topic ideas. You can request to be a panel member and get yourself branded by showing up here and being a panel member with us. There's that form there is really valuable to you. Use it. We're putting together all kinds of resources for you. Use them. The number to call is 712-775-7035. The access code is 213884 and then the pound sign. You press *6 to raise your hand. Currently we have no callers. We've just coming back from my having moved to a different city and getting everything set up. I'm not even set up yet. I still have boxes that are not unpacked. But, the studio is here. The resources are here for you to interact with us. There's only room for 8 panel members. So the idea is that we have room for guest speakers and leaders. But we also have the availability for you to come on as a brand new marketer to the internet and brand new to Total Takeover in order to get yourself seen with us, with the leadership here on as a panel member of all things. So you're welcome to do that. You just have to fill out that form at the bottom of ttoradio.info. And let's get the ball rolling. It only takes 4 people who want it as bad as you. And, you really don't even have to have that many in order to make pretty good money. So, but whenever you find 4 people that want it as bad as you and they do the same, then that's really all you need to do. There's 2 ways to do that. You can do it one person at a time and tell the story one at a time and sort out the ones that don't want it, invite the ones that do and see which ones go with it. And then over a period of time, you find out who those 4 are. Or you can do mass marketing sales and sell a lot of Total Takeover memberships and then find out who, out of all of those sales, elevate themselves up to the ones that really want it and start actually marketing and building an organization. So either way you go about it, it works. That's all I got.
Awesome. Thanks, Andrew. So, this is a great thing. Like Andrew said, you can come on to the panel here and be able to participate in what's going on here, and then you can end up sharing that one hangout with all the people that you are associated with or marketing for, and they will see you live on the hangouts, knowing that you're here. You're participating with the different leaders that are in this business. And I also encourage you to start sharing these hangouts with your downline, okay? Invite them. Make sure they come and participate if they can. I know a lot of people work and they can't get on here, but you know what? These things are recorded every single day, and everyone should be participating in coming in and at least taking them in and understanding, especially from this day forward when we start doing all kinds of training sessions and that are on here. So please, I encourage you all to send in. If you don't want to call in, at least go to the form there on ttoradio.info and fill out the form and ask us what you want us to talk about. Okay? And maybe we've already done that. And if we have, we can send you previous Hangout recordings that we've done, whatever it may be. But, you know, we're here to guide you in whatever way we can. We're not here to empty your wallets. We're here to fill them. Okay? Understand that. Okay? Although we do say, you know, there might be some things that you might need to invest in, tools or trainings or whatever, it's totally up to you what you want to do. But ultimately, we're here to show you how to create as many leads and sales as you possibly can in this business. It's all about putting money in your pocket, not taking it out. And, you know, the other thing I want to talk about is the monthly commitment, okay? The $89.95. This is how I want you to think about this, okay? I want you to think about this as your operational costs to be in business every single month, okay? Because a lot of people look at this as, oh, it's just costing me to do this. You can't think in that kind of mindset. What you have to think in is saying, okay, if it costs me $89.95 to operate my business every 30 days, okay? So what our job here, and in Total Takeover and everything, is to make sure that we guide you down the right path, getting you doing the right things on a daily basis to create revenue for your business so that those costs don't become costs to you anymore, okay? Because eventually, when you have, you know, in this particular business here, in Total Takeover, okay, when you have 3 personal referrals, your monthlies are covered at that point, okay? 3. Because you keep your first, you give away your second, you keep your third, okay? So 45 to you, 45 you give away, you keep 20 actually out of that, right? And then another 45 to you. So you're looking at just over $100 into your pocket covering your $89.95. So number 4 forward, number 4 you're going to pass up, you're going to keep 20 from that, okay? So you're going to pass that up, and then from number 5 all the way to infinity, you keep all the 45s, okay? And then you get the pass up, the $25 pass ups from each of those people's second and fourth, and so on to infinity, okay? This is how it works. This is where the money is in this program. The matrix, that's just, all that is a cash operational pool, okay? It's something that's there for those of you that maybe get a slower start than others so that you can start creating at least a little bit of revenue coming in, you know, until you can go out there and get your referrals you need to start building and making a profitable business. So, again, today, you know, we were talking about Safelists. We really got off this subject, and I really apologize for that. So we are going to be carrying this over to tomorrow, and it's going to be totally focused on that. We're going to go over some of the solutions that you can use. We're going to go over the ad copy, some of the places you can hook up for free and get in there. And again, we're going to be talking about free versus paid in here too as well. Free, you have to do some work. Paid, you don't do any work. Okay? So here's an example. If I went into, I'm going to use Hercules as an example. It's a Safelists and Solo Ad type of submission. Okay? So you go to Hercules and you get a free account with Hercules. Okay? Hercules will allow you to post one solo ad to one database, which is about 70,000 people, every 5 days. Okay? That's what you get to do for free. Okay? If you go to Hercules and you buy the yearly thing, which is like $25 or something, it allows you to go in every day and post one ad to, I don't know, it's like 90 or 100,000 people. Okay? They also offer paid solo ads. Okay? Ranging anywhere from $5.95 to, I don't know, $300 or something like that. Okay? And that goes out to multiple lists. Again, you press a button, boom, baby, it goes out. The more money you spend, the more submissions you get over the longer course of time. You know? Like if you bought, let's say, a $20 one, it may be 5 submissions over the course of 5 days, 1 a day. It might be, 5 submissions over the course of 3 days. I don't know how they do it. Okay. All I know is that I do go out and I buy ads. Okay. Now, there's lots of stuff. Like even in my 90-day plan, I show you how to raise capital without putting it out of your own pocket. That's what I do. I raise PayPal money every single day to go and pay for my ads. When a payment comes in, I take that money, I go over and I throw it out on a solo ad. Okay, just like that. Okay, that fast. And that's how when my money comes in, it goes out. That's my advertising budget. So I utilize it when I need to utilize it in whatever it is. Okay, because I'm a member of many different things. Okay, I'm a member of 240 different social networks, and yeah, there's that many out there. Okay, not that I use them all. I use like 6 of them, and I'll go and I'll do submissions to them. I'll go into Hootsuite or whatever it is, and I'll organize some submissions or whatever it is there, or I'll just do it manually, or I'll go to Safelists like Hercules and a few others out there that I'm not going to mention on here. Hercules is the only one I'm going to mention, but there's a lot that I'm involved in that I use mailers. I go in, I pay for a service, and I get it to mail out. And what do I get? Leads that come in. Those leads sometimes turn to sales right away. Sometimes they take time. And how do I convert them to leads, those leads to sales? I use an autoresponder, which I provide letters. You can write your own, but I provide you something until you can figure it out. And I provide those. And I get people joining me. Sometimes they don't join this first day. I had someone who joined my business from 3 months ago because I got letters that go out for 90 days. Okay? Not every day, but they'll go out every couple of days for 90 days. I got that many letters, right? I don't give you all my letters. I give you just some basic ones that I use, my first few, and then I got all my own letters after that because I just go in and I make my letters. Because every day provides me a different opportunity online to hear things from people, or people comment on me and they give me an idea, and I go in and I write a letter and I make it part of my autoresponder. Okay? This is the other thing. When you're interacting with people, you learn this kind of stuff. And we're going to teach you all this on here. Okay? This is going to be your live teaching class that you're going to get here. And you're going to have multiple people on here giving their ideals and everything on the different topics that we're doing. Today we've got 2. Tomorrow we could have 8. I don't know who's all going to be on here tomorrow. I go out and I send it to a bunch of people and I say, look, you coming on? They let me know. Then they come on the panel. Okay? But I can tell you this, that the 3 of us that are on here, we're pretty much here every day. Okay? We're dedicated to this. We're dedicated to building this business. We're dedicated to helping you build it as well. The more people, you heard it's power of the people, right? The more people in any business, the more power that business has. So let's I talked again a lot on this one here, but I've been away for 3 days, so I guess I'm allowed to. So let's go on. We'll talk. Joan, let's go over to you. Give your final thoughts on here, and then we'll go over to Andrew to close out the show.
Well, you pretty well summed everything up, Carl. What I would like to say is that if you want to be successful in your business, then take advantage of the training that's being provided for you. And so try to get on the calls. If you're, like Carl said, they're all recorded. But try to be there, because this is going to give you the tidbits you need to put in place a program to make your business almost on autopilot. There will just be a few things that you need to do each and every day consistently, and then, well, for example, today I've had 3 people that have opted into Total Takeover while we were sitting here on the Hangout. That to me is amazing. So this works. You just need to plug into the system.
Great, thanks, Joan. Again, that's great news. See, when you follow a system and you put things in play, that's when they all start coming together. So over to you, Andrew. Let's close it on out for today.
Okay, I want to add my final thoughts. It's back to what you were talking about earlier about thinking about the monthly $89, and I like what you said, Carl. I like what Carl said, but I want to take it a little bit deeper than that. Personally, I think of the $89.95 a month as my personal investment in myself as far as education because it's a product. I am a customer of Total Takeover, and I purchase this ongoing education that is continually evolving. It becomes new over and over and over again because of the things that are added. And the principles that are involved are tried and true principles, and then there are some things that are involved that are cutting edge technology and cutting edge mindsets that are out there. So as time goes by, these cutting edge technologies and mindsets become apparent, and we have to stay abreast of them. So I invest $89.95 a month in myself in the form of an educational product, period, regardless of anything. I am a customer of Total Takeover first. That's my first role for myself. That's where my biggest value is being a residual monthly customer of Total Takeover. Guess what? I also get to be a marketer and use the education that I'm getting to market whatever I want to market. I use it in my tree service. I use what I learn in my brick and mortar tree service. Okay? So there you have it. And whenever you come to the table with the understanding like I do, I'm a customer. I'm once a customer. I'm always a customer. That's it. End of story. It doesn't matter how many sales I make or don't make. I am a monthly customer, and that's what I'm also attracting. You know, I'm attracting people around me as customers who are customers. Period. From now on, doesn't matter, and teaching them to do the same. With that kind of mindset, it's a total win situation. Thank you for joining. We want to encourage you to get back with the person that invited you to watch this hangout. We're here Monday through Friday, 1 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. How to participate is located on ttoradio.info. Always remember, it takes leaders like this with vision to lead people with dreams. Let's participate in our marketing ventures the way that we would have our personally sponsored to participate, and we'll see you back here tomorrow, 1 p.m. Have a great day. Bye for now.